Last month, when I sent out pictures of my garden, my friend in Minnesota, Diane, said it was hard to see the perspective and what was where. So I told her I would do a movie, and here it is. So that was the front of the house, and I'm now going up the driveway towards the entrance. Along the sidewalk in front here. And in front of the house there are low shrub roses. I don't know what they're called. And coming to the front entry. There are 3 hanging petunias. And behind you can see shrubbery, which I try to keep pretty neatly clipped, but I did it a couple weeks ago, and so there is some growth. The other garden in front. And now we're going to head back. The front sidewalk we came up on, and hope that's not going too fast, but this is kind of interesting. And come to the entrance of the side gate. A few years ago, I painted the fence, as you can see. Uh-oh, looks like the hose is leaking. And here is the gate. So we are entering on the north side of the house. Had put up this lattice board to hide the garbage. See, there's my little garbage area. And the little white roses, I can't remember what they're called, used to fill that side, but my neighbor has some mean morning glory, and that just kind of comes over and attacks everything. So my white roses along the trellis board has not worked out well. Okay, that's looking into the house. And there is an archway with, I think that's called bower vine or something. Anyway, it's got some nice little white rose kind of blossoms. And then seeing through here, we go into this garden, which used to be completely sod, but I foolishly had it all torn out so that I could have a garden on this side. So this was all side yard and is now pathway and garden. This middle part garden is now all blue flowers. I tore everything out of there last year and planted everything new, and so when it's in bloom, it's all blue and purple. So heading up the side pathway. There's a yellow rose, which is not in bloom yet. There's lots that isn't in bloom yet. This is mid-April, and so a little bit early, but certainly much better weather than there is in Minnesota at this time. It's supposed to be, I think, 68 today. Perfect weather. And this is a red rose. can see one blossom over there that will bloom more later this year. So, to get a perspective, we are moving towards the rear of the property on the north side, where the entire garden was added when all the sod was pulled out. And I'm going to make kind of a 360 here so you can see it from this perspective. That is the pathway on the right that we just came up. And here is the pathway on the left. Okay, now we're going to go into the rear, which is very narrow and long. This is the back of the house, and as you can see, it's not very deep, but filled with stuff. Okay, continuing in the back of the house, we have shrubs against the back fence. There's a little cart. And here's the jasmine, which has been in bloom for several weeks and is just starting to die down. The smell back here is just exquisite. It smells so good. I really hate to see the jasmine die. And here's another kind of statuary thing. It's a bike that holds 3 planters. A little bit more jasmine. Here's another little plant holder. It's like a little sleigh. Continuing under the pergola, which you can see has been painted with a grapevine theme, which is carried out inside too. I've got that in my kitchen grapevine theme. And the chairs and the table follow that same theme. And I also have several hanging things, bird cages and different wind chimes. You can hear the Masters going on in the TV in the other room. I don't know if you can see the sign. It says, "Sunshine makes the flowers dance." Painted the top of that with the grapevine theme again. And we also have some birdhouses going on here, painted and hanging. Here come the roses. I have 6 of them. 1 is in bloom now, and the others are very close. You can see the buds on them. So in about another week, these will be in bloom. I'm going to scan back now so you can see where we just were. The shade from the pergola and all the planters. Okay, continuing. There's the barbecue. There's the jacuzzi. Swing. More planters. When I ran out of ground space, I started with planters. So I've really created a lot of work for myself. Okay, this little corner section is had, when first moved in, 3 fruit trees: a lemon, an orange, and a miniature mandarin orange or tangerine. And about 8 years ago, I trimmed them, and they haven't been the same since. They've never really come back, which is really sad. Here is the pathway, and you can see the lights either side, so it's really quite nice at night. My little penguins. And this pathway goes to that corner garden. We'll follow the pathway first. And then I'll give you the whole perspective. You can see my shadow. This path goes back to a Joseph's Coat rose, and when they're in bloom, they're gorgeous. They're red, yellow, orange, all different colors from Joseph's Coat. So again, there's the back. Ooh, I do have a couple of tangerines. Okay, I'm going to turn this around so you can see this back corner that we just came up the pathway. There's the back corner of it. And we're returning on that path. Here's another climbing rose, and they're red blossoms. Oh boy, you can see that they're just about ready to come out. And there I use the top of a Weber grill for a planter. And returning the pathway. There's lavender and all sorts of goodies. I'm going to swing around to the front of this. And the ice plant has kind of died back. It was recently blooming and just vibrant colors. We'll give this another scan. Another beautiful day here. I don't know if this is the best time to be recording this with the shadows. The sun's just right overhead and the shadows of the pergola kind of interfere. So, that's pretty much it. Ooh, the smell of the jasmine again. Heading to the north garden. And maybe we'll just go out around this other way on the way out. Hope I haven't bored you for too long. Again, this is the pathway with the blue garden and the archway with the bower vine. Several kinds of lavender here. And going back the other pathway. The hydrangea will be blooming soon. Lots of different colors and always have something in bloom. Peonies and lots of ferns. Daylilies. And there we are. We'll go back to the gate. And end the tour. Let's close the gate. Voila.